part of the goal here, I think, is to figure out what are the areas that we do agree on, what are the areas where we don't agree, and at the end of that process, then make an honest assessment as to whether we can bridge these differences. I don't know yet whether we can.
Important for people to understand there's not a presidential bill. There are good suggestions and ideas. Our view, with all respect, is that this is a car that can't be recalled and fixed and that we ought to start over. But we'd like to start over.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for doing this. It was not produced in that fashion. It was produced behind closed doors. It was produced with unsavory, I say that with respect, deal-making.
We're not campaigning anymore. The election's over.
I'm reminded of that every day.
With our respective talking points going back and forth.
Something that, in my view, isn't sustainable.
We cannot have another year-long debate about this. So the question that I'm going to ask myself, and I ask of all of you, is there enough serious effort that in a month's time or a few weeks' time or 6 weeks' time, we could actually resolve something? And if we can't, then I think we've got to go ahead and make some decisions, and then that's what elections are for. We have honest disagreements about the vision for the country, and we'll go ahead and test those out over the next several months till November. We'll all keep our constituents in mind as we move forward. Thank you, everybody.
Well, I thought it was a terrific conversation, and we'll see whether it made any difference in terms of people's attitudes.
So I'm hopeful that something may come of it. I'm not overly optimistic that we would get Republican votes for the bill, but that doesn't mean we couldn't incorporate some of their good ideas into legislation should they put some on the table.
Cold enough for you guys? Frankly, I was discouraged by the outcome. I think it's pretty clear that the majority, including the president, want to continue with basically the Senate bill, which has even been made more expensive based on the president's recommendations that were put on the internet a couple of days ago. But we're happy to continue to discuss the areas of agreement. It's just that I do not believe there will be any Republican support for this 2,700-page bill that the American people are so overwhelmingly opposed to.